Belle from Belle's Book Reviews again, and today we're going to be reviewing Out of My Heart by Sharon M. Draper. But first, I'd like to thank all of you for 518 subscribers this week. I am so thankful that we've actually gotten this far. We're halfway there to 1,000 subscribers, so I just want to say thank you to everyone. And I also want to give a special thanks to subscriber number 505. Apparently, 505 is the angel number, and I searched it up online, but on the internet they're saying that 505 is the angel number for some reason. Anyways though, so about Out of My Heart, I would recommend this book for ages 9 and older, because honestly though, this is an amazing book. There are absolutely no inappropriate references. Melody does develop a little crush on Noah, and Noah has a crush on Melody, but you know, that's just normal stuff. It's not like they do anything, they just become really close friends. They seem to like each other, but it's not really a big deal. But I don't think that 8-year-olds would really like this, because I feel like 8-year-olds, they just don't like reading really long books. I feel like if 8-year-olds read books, I feel like 8-year-olds just like to read really easy books or comic books or something like that, because for some reason 8-year-olds don't like long books. And yes, I loved this story. It had an amazing, wholesome and heartwarming story plot, because the first book about Melody, she was bullied by her friends. She is describing how miserable her life is, and she gets into the Whiz Kids team, and her friends leave her, and one of her friends is literally a fake toxic friend. So I feel like compared to the first one, I think that Out of My Heart is a better story, because I still loved the first story. I just feel like in this story, Melody gets to do more, and because despite the fact that she's a main character in Out of My Mind, I feel like Melody in Out of My Mind, I feel like she just kind of sits there. She's kind of just that girl who just needs help, and she's kind of a background character in the school. But I feel like in this book, I feel like Melody, she's more noticed, and she's actually contributing, and people are actually paying attention to her. So there were a lot of things that I loved about this book. First off, I loved the fact that Melody finally found real friends like Jocelyn and Athena. But compared to Rose, Claire, and Molly from Out of My Mind, in Out of My Heart, I think that compared to those three, her cabin mates are an improvement compared to them, because I'm really glad that her cabin mates, I guess I'm not exactly glad that they also have disabilities, but I feel like it's a good thing that Melody can feel like she fits in, despite the fact that she's the only one who can't talk. And I'm really glad that everyone at the camp is really patient, because I know some people who are really impatient, and if they had to talk to Melody, they would be yelling at her to hurry up. And I don't think that Rose really liked the fact that Melody had to type out a lot of things either. But I'm really glad that literally everyone at camp actually accepted the fact that Melody couldn't talk, and they let her type out whatever she needed to say. And I'm also glad that overall, just Melody gets to meet people who are just like her. And I'm not sure if this is exactly a good thing, but I'm kind of glad that she kind of gets to cause trouble and gets to feel like she's doing something dangerous. I'm just glad overall that she gets to try new things, because it's not exactly a good thing that she and her friends ran off to the woods, because let's be honest, that was really dangerous and probably the most stupid thing that Melody has ever done. But well, everyone needs to do that every once in a while, because especially her, since she's been being watched over 24/7. So I'm just glad that she got to try new things like swimming and like ziplining. I never actually thought that Melody would ever get zipline knowing her. And I'm also really glad that her parents finally trust her to go somewhere alone, because I feel like her parents, they've always obviously been overprotective. And obviously I completely understand that. If you have a daughter like Melody, I completely understand that a parent would be really overprotective, especially given that Melody can barely do anything for herself. And I was also really glad that she decided to go to Camp Green Glades, because this camp, really though, I think that this should be a 5-star camp. Because despite how long this probably took, I was amazed that they could actually come up with all of the planning for food. Because like Melody, she needs mushed food. Some people are allergic to so-and-so foods. I'm pretty sure that some people would probably like Jocelyn, where everything makes sense in 3s. I'm guessing that she might have wanted 3 of each food. So I'm really glad that the camp, like the swimming pool, was amazing. The swimming pool overall, I'm really glad that like they didn't just plunge her into cold water. And I kind of envied her, because I want to be able to jump into a pool that's already like 85 degrees and already has warmed, fluffy bath towels. I think that would be really nice, and I kind of envy her, because I would really love to go to that pool. But at the same time, it's pretty shallow, so. Point is though, I'm really glad that Melody got to go to camp where they listen to all of her needs and they actually can accommodate to all of them. And I was also amazed, because they have like, I'm sorry, I don't really want to do math right now, and I forget exactly how many it was. But there are like 64 or something kids going to this camp. I'm pretty sure that's what Melody said. I think it was 64. Was it 64? Point is though, I'm pretty sure it was 64. Just like Camp Green Glades, they had a lot of kids coming, and you don't know how disabled a kid might be, and I'm just amazed that they could actually accommodate to all these needs, especially because even Melody admitted that the form was really long. And just imagine someone having to go through all of those forms and having to prepare food for that. That would be, in my opinion, pretty tedious, and it would be almost impossible for me to do. That would be really frustrating, and it would be almost ridiculous. But I'm really glad that Melody actually got to find people like her and to go to this amazing camp. Another thing I absolutely loved about this book was Trinity and all of the counselors, because sometimes I feel like some stores, like some really cheap babysitting agencies in the books, sometimes they just like randomly hire random people who aren't even that good at their job. But I'm really glad that all the counselors at Camp Green Glades were really patient people and would actually take care of Melody and whatever camper they were assigned to. And I was especially glad that there was a counselor for every single kid. So like, sure, that would have been a lot of counselors, and I'm also wondering how much they get paid, because this must be a really hard job. But at the same time, I'm really glad that there are all these safety precautions and that there are all of these nice people to help Melody. And there were literally no bad traits about this book. I cannot find a single trait that I disliked except Melody's writing style. But at the same time, I can't really say that it was a bad thing about the book, because the way that Melody writes, given the fact that she has to type on a Meditalker and only like one of her thumbs cooperates, I don't think that I really have much to say about that. But overall, I think that this is an amazing book, and I think that if you're a reader who loves wholesome books and books where, like coming of age books where a character gets to try something new, And if you like books like The Giving Tree, then I think that this book is an amazing book. I think that a lot of people should read this, and I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5 stars. Thanks for watching, you guys, and remember to like and subscribe. And again, thank you for 518 subscribers. Bye!